Guys, they did it. I can't believe it's happened. They actually voted for it. Guys, I'm genuinely speechless. You know, they voted for this winter fuel cut to go through. I honestly, in the back of my mind, I thought, right, okay, I thought they can't go with this. They're going to have to roll this back because the public are going to be too outraged. You know, the public are going to be too upset about this. They have to roll it back and try and find that money from somewhere else. But no, that's not the case at all. They've taken that money off our grandparents, you know, off our elderly, the most vulnerable in society. You know, just looks like they're happy with about 4,000 people from their own reports, guys. It's not me saying it. This is from a Labour report. Labour did a report, and they said that if they cut the winter fuel payments, around 3,850 people would die. Now, I will say that report was written in 2017. So I will say that number has gone up now. The price of fuel's gone up. The cost of living's gone up. Everything's gone up. So it's more difficult now. So I would say that number is actually higher. Again, what that number is, that's just me speculating. So it's literally breaking news, guys. It's literally just come out this moment. So I'll share with you now what it says, and then we'll talk through it together. MPs, guys, it's absolutely wild. I genuinely can't believe it. So MPs back. So remember how we all voted for Labour because because our local. Do you know what? There's this old woman. When I was canvassing for. Sorry, guys, I'll come on to that after. MPs back cuts to winter fuel payments in Commons votes. I didn't think this would go through, guys. Conservative motion to strike down plans is defeated after some bad-tempered Commons debate. Well, you know, at least they're getting passionate. MPs have voted to remove the winter... Guys, this is insane. MPs have voted to remove winter fuel allowance from all but the poorest pensioners, a plan that has been criticised by opposition parties and prompted disquiet among many Labour MPs. After a sometimes bad-tempered Commons debate, a Conservative motion to strike down the move was defeated 348 to 228. Guys, this is absolutely insane. And then it says more to come, like, guys, this is literally just out. So I remember back in January, when I was standing for reform in my local area. I was, guys, I was a reform candidate. I was standing for reform. I didn't like the way the party was run. I didn't like the way the people at the lower levels, we were being managed I was basically being managed by used car salesmen. You know, I resigned for my own personal reasons. Farage came in, he took over, and from what I can gather, you know, he's cleaned things up. But I basically won my seat back in January. Anyway, I can remember going and knocking on a lot of doors and, you know, talking to people and saying who they'd vote for in the next election. And, you know, they said Labour. And I said, why are you voting Labour? And a lot of the old people who I spoke to said they're voting Labour because they want a better quality of life. Guys, you know, I think I might go back to these people and say, how's that quality of life looking for you? Because, guys, honestly, if we can't protect our vulnerable people, then who can we protect? Now, I've said this many times, guys, all right? Lots of videos I've said this. This is all leading to civil unrest. This is going to lead to more protests. This is going to lead to more riots. Guys, who's in charge of the family? You might think it's your parents, but it's the grandparents, all right? Your grandparents have that, you know, that everybody listens to nanans, everybody listens to granddads. And when nanans and granddads are angry, that disseminates through the family. So you might annoy one nanan, she might have 3 kids. Those kids might have 3 kids. So you see where I'm going? By annoying nanans, look at the problems you've caused in society. Do our political class not know this? One of the comments yesterday on one of my last videos, you know, I said, one of the comments, I mean, I'm not going to I will, guys, I will talk about it. It's there and it's public, and you can go see it if you go look back through the comments. One of the people said, I've had my winter fuel allowance cut. And they basically said that they were struggling. I said, okay, how do you feel about these migrant hotels? And the response was, people shouldn't come to, if people are in this country, they've not paid tax into the, and this is what it boils down to, guys, all right? We've now got people in our country who've never paid into our system, who don't follow our values, who don't subscribe to British culture, and we're paying that now. We're funding that while we can't fund our own parents, while we can't fund the very people who've always paid into that system. Can you see the enormous gaps here, guys? The enormous gaps between what people want and what people are getting. There's a massive gap here, guys, and I don't know how this gap is going to get bridged. I don't know what the government can do, if anything, to make things better. And it's all well and good Keir Starmer blaming the previous government. It was literally the previous government, the opposition, who motioned this, who tried to get a vote for this winter fuel payment. And it looks like more people are against it than are for it. I would say turn the heating off in these migrant hotels and stop giving them money before we turn our pensioners' heat off. I would say, guys, controversial, I know, I would say we look after our own elderly before we look after young men from other countries. Call me picky, call me controversial if you want, guys. That's how I think it should work. Anyway, guys, let me just refresh this quick, see if anything else has come up on it. But I don't think anything will. I'll probably do another video on it tomorrow. I'll do a quick. Am I still sharing this? No, I'm not. I'll do a quick search. Let me do a quick search, guys, now and see if anything else has come up. Absolutely insane, guys. This is going to be all over the 13 minutes ago. Right, let's see. Winter fuel live 3 minutes ago. Winter fuel payment latest. MPs vote to cut pensioners' allowance after start top. Whoa, you've got to watch this. Winter fuel payments cut after Starmer says. Guess what Starmer says? No, he's not sorry. No, guys. Keir Starmer's not sorry. He's not making any apologies. I've made it clear. Number 10, I've made it clear they will not back down from the tough decisions. Do you know what, Keir? A tough decision for you to make, mate, would be to stop all these migrants coming over and stop funding them. Stop funding money in other countries. Stop giving away our money and look after our own. Because, guys, can he not see what's coming? Can he not see the tension that's brewing in our society? MPs have voted to cut the winter fuel allowance. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing really new there, guys. So there we go. There you have it. The winter fuel payments being cut. Keir Starmer's not apologising. I'll put those two links. I'll put the description to those. Sorry, I'll put the links to those two articles in the description to this video, guys. And guys, I will say, again, in the government's defense, I'm sure at some point they're trying to do the right thing. I really am. But I think the problem is that the optics of this appear to be that they're so disconnected from what normal people want. If you were to go and ask, I'd say 90% of people on the street, go and ask them, do you want your nanan to be able to put the heating on this winter? Or do you want to fund migrant hotels? Guys, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I would like to assume that at least a percentage, maybe a slight percentage, would be leaning towards they want their own nanans to be warm this winter. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Absolutely. I want to use the word disgusting, and I'm trying to think of positive things to say about this. I'm trying to think of like an angle that this could be like, then that's the only one I can think of, guys. The government must think that they're doing well, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Anyway, guys, I'm going to back to grid. As soon as any more comes out on this, I'll get it. But it looks like our nanans are going to be going cold this winter. Anyway, guys, I'm going to back to grid. I'll speak to you guys soon.